Good evening, friends, and welcome to Workers and Resources and the Soviet Republic. We're not really a Soviet Republic, though. We're a farming republic, farmers' republic. Yes, independent and so on, although it's still the 80s, I believe. We keep a little bit quiet about that for a while longer. In the station, you can set where citizens work. Yes, you can. If you see a spray icon next to vehicles icon, you can use it to change the color. Yes, such is the case. Food has been a bit of worry here, even though we are sort of getting by thanks to various imports. Yes. And that's apparently very, very tall above everything. Yes, the problem with the food was maybe not the availability of said resource, but rather the transportation of it, the logistics involved. Because there were silly things going on the railroad, as is often the case. How many workers in the food factory? 50. How much food in the warehouse? 212 tons. You better be making your way back here pretty soon. Fire times, food. You are making your way back here. That's very good of you to do. We could perhaps, I think we could halt the importation of food for the moment. We shall go over here. Close by. Right about here. There should be a related vehicle to this here thing. And you could simply have a new stop on the end of your route, which could be this depot here. Although they don't do this because they're in the wrong order and so on. There, now you have unloaded. Well, you could have unloaded everything, maybe. No, you couldn't because they're full. Well, that will do it then. That's Stockholm for you. Now, to get redundancy back into the food things, this is the town for it. Now, there has been attempts here at heating this place, though it didn't work out pretty well. Didn't work out well at all. It's severely under-dimensioned here, yes. And here's one thing. This is a heat exchanger. This we can reuse. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that we can reuse. And I was thinking for out here that why not burn a bit of bitumen? Because we don't have a way to unload it. I will make a way to unload it, I suppose. Right? Won't we? Maybe not. It is thawing. Yes. On the 22nd of February of 1988, it's thawing. That's great. If we want to take care of this town, we need it heated, and I suppose we could truck. We don't want to be bothered about building a train unload. We have bitumen here, which is already being trucked in. In fact, we have quite a bit of it. Yes, bitumen. I'm talking about bitumen because I think I found a thing here, a heating plant. As it should be a big, large geothermal, small, not small bitumen. It should be a large bitumen, such as this. 600 gigajoules of heat for 5 tons of bitumen, and probably quite a bit of pollution as well. 33.9 tons per year. Sounds like a bargain. Or something. You currently have that there. You have pipe in there and you have heat out there. Now you would want the heat out to be going. Something is burning. What else is new? A warehouse in Beatus. Beatus, they should have fire protection. I sincerely hope this does have fire protection because it contains much needed things. Right, so you just do a little bit of road there, and in the middle here somewhere, in the middle between the heating plant and that thing and the tank, we'll put a conveyor pipe engine thing. What is this? They have new icons. What's this? No. This is the one. Pumping that way would be lovely if you would want to do. Yes. Pipe. No regular old oil pipe. Again. Okay, output was on that side. These things happen. They do, and apparently they get redone since it didn't work. What is this doing? You're transporting gravel to the construction site. Excellent. Much excellent. Yes, building in the way and all sorts of things here. Is there really a building in the way? No, there is no building here. There is just stuff. Screw it. Get rid of that and try and do a very sharp turn here. Then go above all this. Then try and do something like this. Swing around the concrete plant and Are you joking? No, you're not joking. Regrettably. I mean, it's pretty often the case that when you ask the question, are you joking? It's very rarely the case that they are joking. Hardly ever. And it's usually not a lot of fun neither. I'm in a depressed mood today. No, sorry, but that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. You can't be, you know, all cheers and things. Yes, I am so cheerful. Usually, you know, this is a terrible idea. This is not a good place for this piece of shit. Yes, I'm going to swear on this. Yes, fucking piece of shit. Yes, there you go. Dirty, naughty words that you cannot use. I don't think I've ever done that before here. At least not intentionally. Although I think shit is getting some sort of acceptance, isn't it? Or it maybe even has been accepted for a long time at this point. Anywho, what I want is one of these again. Game is running very slow for some reason. Around here. Yes, and then... Yeah, I think I might even be getting over this crappy fucking piece of shit game. Yes, that's my conclusion after 1,300 hours, or no, 1,100 hours, I think it is, at this point. Too sharp a turn. Yes, here's my point. Too sharp a turn. Yes, from there to there is not a turn involved, you know, by any means. And it's certainly not too sharp. You fucking piece of shit game. I fucking hate you. You have ruined my life. No, you have not ruined my life. It's been ruined by many other things. Although it has taken over for a while. Taken over. It has taken a significant proportion of my life, which I was certain to put to very good use if it wasn't for this fucking piece of shit game. Please buy it though to support the developer. Seems to be great, a great guy, that the core developer and the team too. So please buy this fucking piece of shit game. Yes. Although I am speaking with some form of, you know, I wouldn't claim authority, but, you know, 1,100 hours is 1,100 hours. And it is a fucking piece of shit. This a frustrating piece of shit that screws you over all the time. And in the most random of ways, when you think you figured it out, it turns out you haven't at all figured out anything. Whatever you thought you figured out, you didn't. But there we go. That should be bitumen for this heating plant. We're going to... You know what? This was a terrible place to put this heating plant. Yes, remove it. Remove all of this shit. We don't want any of it. What we want to keep is that road. Other than that, we're pretty good here, actually, because out here would be an excellent place for this bitumen heating plant. You know, considering it's far away from town, so pollution is not going to be an issue. As there isn't. And we want the heat pipes pointing that way, I think. The only problem here is that we're going to have a level crossing then. Not necessarily though. We do that, and then we do see if we can't squeeze a road in right about here. Yes. Something like that. Now get going on this instead, and this, which you probably already bought. Yes, you brought like lots of steel too. It's yes, it's good that you're quick on your feet and all, but that's another thing with this piece of shit game, is that for something like this, yes, they were extremely quick to get the resources here. Now, weren't they? Suspiciously so. But if it's something that you need, if it's something that you really depend on, that the survival of your republic or whatever you call it depend on, then you forget about it. Oh, then there is something in the way, or there is a truck stuck somewhere, or some truck is just in a bad mood. This is a terrible idea to have this pipeline here, as it will interfere with all the heating pipes coming out of there. So we shall try and bring it around the back here instead. It's too long. Of course it is. at which point does it get to right about here? Okay, it's the same deal all over again. Didn't we do this? That's another thing with this game. It's repetition. We get to do the same fun things all over again, many times over. Such is the case with all of these types of games, of course, since you never get it right the first time around. Nice here is this planning thing. Yes, we're architecting the perfect socialist utopia, as always. And as always, when one sets out to build a perfect socialist utopia, it always ends well. Has it ever not ended well? Rarely. Now, one problem here that we're going to face is that these things that require all the heating, these are very far away, aren't they? And this we can demolish, we don't need. I mean, what's this? This is a heat exchanger, this is good to have. And over here we used to have something that we're not going to have anymore. So therefore we can cancel this heat pipe. And of course we do not get the 100 or so tons of steel back. No. Why would we? Recycling is not a thing in the Soviet Union, you know. We have a lake over there, we throw it in there. That's good. And the nuclear waste, yeah, we put that down there. That reminds me, that truck is stuck. I don't care about that fucking piece of shit truck, because they've changed the fucking refueling algorithm on us here. And therefore it doesn't work anymore, and therefore we will get poisoned by radiation at the nuclear plant for the foreseeable future, at least. But never mind. So this is a start. It will take a time to build. We have all summer, and we have no workers in here yet, neither. How about steel? We have absolutely no steel here whatsoever. It has been stripped of steel, this place. Is it so? One thing that I would like to check up on here now in spring. In springtime, how much crops? 2,700 tons there, and I suppose another 4,000 tons there. That's good. I mean, it's not a huge margin, but it is not no margin neither. So it is something. Back to this. Right. We're going to need heat exchanger here. Because food factory and things, yes, they need it, but they don't. Now, if you build a new food factory, you won't need to heat it. And many other industries as well, but as luck would have it here, I have the requirement to heat all of them. Yes. Although, this is interesting. Yes, this is great fun. You fucking piece of shit game. Because, you see, they have changed around how this works. So now this, for example, it doesn't require heating anymore. However, workers working in it, and it's also not possible to heat it, as we could see here from the heat exchanger. Yes, you see it will not connect. But workers working in it will still get sick from the cold. So I'm pretty much screwed here. And I think that the game can be pretty much screwed as well at this point then. I can't be bothered. I mean, I would have to rebuild all of this. The cement plant, yeah, that was really cheap. Yeah, the oil refinery, yeah, really cheap too. Yeah, all the vehicle production line and the things and no. sorry, but that's not on the table here whatsoever. If you think it is, then I'm going to have to disappoint you. Right. Did we have any more? We usually play some of the excellent soundtrack. Yes, this piece of shit game does have an excellent soundtrack. Well, I mean, I have hundreds of videos praising the game, so why not have one just banging on it? Because it certainly fucking deserves it at times. And this is one of those times, it would appear. Here is one place. Because you're not, yes, you're a regular heat exchanger. Then we need to get the pipe through here somehow. Yes, there's a building in the way. I know. And this is not really a very feasible way to do this. There was a green. That will do. It will float above the street. It will be lovely. Or not, it will be something. Thank you, autosave. There, it's a good thing that the autosave works as well as it does, because today the game is how to put this, very, 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 very prone to crashing at the most inopportune of times, of course. So that's 94 tons of steel and 11 tons of mechanical components to get that one heat exchanger hooked up. Yes. Oh, right, that reminds me, we were getting steel for this place. I think that we do have a bit of steel here. Yes, we do. What do we have? Steel transporter. Maybe you could head over to Katzinshad, and we're going to need to unload a whole lot more, like everything. As much as possible, at least. Because we need a lot of steel for all the pipes here, for all the heating. So we have one heat exchanger here. That's great and all. That does a lot of stuff there. Yes. Now around here would be another good place to have one, I think. There seems to be some sort of infrastructure here. Yes. That was the foolish attempt at trying to heat the place with electrical heating plants. Yes. It doesn't work. Or yes, it works, but it requires a slightly more, a slightly larger scale than I was envisioning and guessing. That's why everyone died back then. Now, however, we're just getting a regular heat exchanger in here, right about here, right about there. As you see, I don't want to build a fancy road, because using the regular road there to hook up that it would take longer to build the 5 meters of street here than it takes to build the actual heat exchanger. And that considered, that was not a very wise orientation to put that in. So we get to do it again with the correct orientation this time, which would be this orientation. And I really should change this shortcut there. No, I don't know how you do this. I think you do this and you do something. Yes, you do that, and then you do this, and then that. There we go. Now we have mud road as the first choice here on the 1 key. Good. Another thing that could be good to have is heating pipes, and I think I should have a setup here for that. No, I don't. No. A heating pipe, we're going over there. Of course, where else would we go? Right. Something like that. Yes, something like that indeed. Another 74 tons of steel there. Wisely spent. The other thing here that we're going to need a hell of a lot of a fuck ton of our mechanical components, and we have 140 kilograms, which is not quite going to cut it for the time being. No. I think that what we should do is we should increase the amount of mechanical components that we carry here. Yes, that's what we should do. And then we should get, if there are any mechanical components left here on this train, that is this one. 107 tons, that will do nicely. That will do very nicely. You go into here and you unload 100% of mechanical components, and you can even wait around here for a bit, at least until it causes a catastrophe, and then we won't notice it, and then people will die as they always do. Here comes the steel train. Fantastic. How much? Quite a lot of steel we get here. That is excellent. 450 tons. Yes, we continue. We have one heat exchanger there. All of this stuff. There are many people living here. There is absolutely no one living here right now, but it has the potential of carrying many workers. Yes, and to get heat to all of these people, I don't quite know how to do that just yet, but we can remove this old piece of piping here a bit. Where does this go? Currently it ends there. Okay. You know what, this that's a pumping station. We need to be going over there with this pipe then. Yes, straight through town here, as is the tradition. Yes, building in the way. You know what, if you're not cooperative here, I have the means to unbuilding in the way, to make it not in the way, so to speak, by demolishing it. I have dynamite and TNT at my disposal. Dynamite and TNT, yes, both. Too long. Is that so? That's not good, but we have no choice in the matter but to put a heat pumping station here and a road going to it. Yes. And then here, and we have more of the things on the soundtrack. There. Yes. Now we thread it through here for a bit, and try and do it in as nonsensical a fashion as possible, because that's the tradition. It overlaps. Does it really though? Preferably you would connect to here. Now, there you go. Yes, there will be almost no losses on this line. Start. Heat exchanger. Right, in here. No, in here. Yes, here. Here's where to put it, if we could. Which we can't, and I can't really see what the issue is, because all the lines that are informing of the coverage of this. Oh, come on, you want to be in here. You are going to be in here. There is no infrastructure in the way. Come on, get it. Okay then, screw it. You're not going to. Right, we could remove a bit of this, and they get, instead of the nice footpath around the MiG monument here, they get a great big heat exchanger instead. Small, no, I don't, because if anything, anything I've learned is that they require quite a bit of these heating things. And now it will fit in there. Okay. Then it was not necessary to remove this. They can have it back. Yes, I'm such a benevolent leader here that they can have this back. There you go. They. Yes, all the people living here, all naught of them. Then we should get more heat pipes. Plenty of heat pipes are required. What's this? There's a heat exchanger. There is another heat exchanger. This was a bit redundant. As it turns out. And so is this then. So what we do is we screw this. And then we pull this straight onto here instead. Infrastructure is in the way. No, it's not. Like that. Indeed, like that. Just work on it. Can't produce asphalt. No, but you can drive a whole lot of steel around. That mechanical component train, has that made it here yet? No. Right, so that's this part of town sort of set for heating too. Right, now we need this great complex. Maybe one here would do it. Not sure. We do have one here, which is good. But another one here, I think that this is going to require quite a fair bit of heating, all of this crap. No. Thank you. Wrong type of pipeline. You want this one. We go over the railroad and then we can do something. Here there is another heat pipe. We go straight through it and continue down to yes, there you go. And then, I mean, it covers all of it, I think. This is covered, it's all covered. The question is if we can pump enough warm water, hot water to them. We shall see about that. What are you people doing here? We're trying to load up on meat. Yeah, that's not going to go well for the moment. But this is good. It's March. Let's move some people in here, why don't we? I think that we have all in place that they should need, more or less. Should we check first? Check schmeck. I think we have lots of 8 workers without job here. 69 workers without job, you say? 13 workers without job. How's the television station doing? It is doing really well. 90% rating. Yes, people are getting so happy by this. It's actually a bit of positive news. Yes, we survived the winter. We barely any losses. And things are rather well. Due to importing some food. But once we got that, yes, now that we're just going to repopulate this place. Repopulate, yes, repopulate, whatever you prefer. From around here, I think they would spread out in a reasonable fashion. And then you just click away like a lot is what you do. And that's all of them. That's all of them. And another one. Yeah, there's all of these. Good, great. Come on. Yep. Full. It's all good. Maybe. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it will be. Should we get some more workers, maybe? Yes, we should. Out here? What's this? They cannot live at the fire station. That's too bad. That will help. That will solve a lot of issues. Right, and they will overflow to these buildings eventually. There we go. Now we have people here. Do they show up at the bus stop? They don't. Okay. Construction office, where are you? You are here. Asphalt plant can't produce asphalt. Concrete plant, blah blah blah. Source of is without mechanical components. Yes, the train is still not in. The source of workers is empty. Yes. Once the source of workers gets unempty, that ought to maybe start bringing people in here. Yes, it will. That will in turn keep asphalt plant and concrete plant busy, which is great. This place doesn't have any fire trucks. It's going to get fire trucks. We have fire trucks right around here. Yeah, you know, it's a good thing that they keep sending out the fire trucks without any firefighters, so they get to burn down with the fire that they stand. Absolutely, that's enough fire engines for that fire station. they stand absolutely no chance of surviving the fire, that they have no chance of fighting. Right. There appears to be a little bit of a traffic jam here. Wonder if that is going to be an issue. A building is on fire. A kindergarten in Stockholm. That's okay. That's okay. This though out here we did lose the pumping harbor due to a scarcity of fire protection, and we cannot have. This is also a fire station that needs a replenishment of fire engines. It's getting it. Maybe. Yes, it's getting it from here. Fire truck. Go here. Fire truck. Go here. Fire truck. Go here. 3, I think that's enough. Yes. And then there should be here, there should be a line here that could be reinstated. Varvsarbetarna. Yes. We start one of these buses up and see what we get. No workers at the heating plant. Can they walk from the heating plant to... No, they cannot walk to the bus platform. But that we can fix. There we go. And also we're going to need to rebuild this pumping harbor. As that's cheap and also incredibly easy to build. These things, harbors and such, as can't build on the water, must build on the water, and so on. I think that we'd be helped in removing a little bit of infrastructure here. There we go. Now, yeah, that got it. Road pipes. I'm not quite sure what all these pipes do, but let's hook them up in case they were doing something good. There we go. Fuel. Do we have any? Not really. No, we are ever low on the fuel. They are filled up on coal. That's nice. Fuel, none whatsoever. How's the fuel in at the gas station? It's pretty decent. Okay, there's no cow on the ice. Regards that, let's have a look at the oil refinery. Come on, 5 workers. Yes. I don't know what's the problem here. Why you seem to have such difficulty in getting workers down here. I mean, buses are in no short supply. Might be the amount of workers on the buses, though. It is not great. No, it really is not great. Yes, here we should rebuild the great, enormous chemical plant, maybe. It's a bit ambitious at this point, maybe. But what the hell? Factory. Because if we don't get the chemicals, then huge chemical plant. Yes, this was the one. Or was it? Yes, it was. Now, you're trying to do a lot of auto hookups here. Which may be great. I'm going to turn it slightly and see if we can't. And it has stood here before. You cannot build due to infrastructure. There, you can build due to infrastructure. It's just... There you go. That's all of it. Do it. How much is this? $60 million. Okay. Yep, that will be great one day again. For now, though, I think that we should try and get fire protection out here. Here we have no fire trucks. We need to start making fire trucks. Starting making fire trucks, because I don't know what we're building at the time. They don't have any steel. You're still building Mercedeses. Nice. However, we need a few of these. You don't have any steel. You're going to get it eventually. How many boxcars have you? One. How hard is it to build a boxcar? I mean, really, it's... Yes, we do this, there and there. There, you go there and then back. Now, I did close down that fire station that was in need of fire engines. And I know where it was. It was out here. There's a lot of administrative duty here as we're trying to repopulate and retake the land that was taken from us by the... No? Why not? It's full. It's not full. There are no fire trucks here. All related vehicles. Okay. What are you all doing? Yes, there's one. Okay, then, I see. Couldn't you go around? Or do an overtake or something? I could try and do a control. Should not have done that, because that crashed the game, the control H. There, yes, it did. It's... when you reckon the last autosave was, and 1,106 hours, by the way, in this fucking piece of shit game. Yes, there are more elaborate and such ways to swear, I know, but I'm going the easiest. 1920, it's 8 minutes old. It's about the maximum age that an autosave can be. I have myself to blame for this. Somewhat. And also, you know, the game is really inconsistent in when it crashes and when it doesn't, when you use certain functions. We are looking at this place for some reason. Yes, we can go back here then. You're moving. What are you doing out? What are you up to even here? You're all the way down here. What the hell are you doing here? It's a bit of a long way to go, isn't it? For you? I don't know what to tell you. Did we get... No, we have not gotten this walkway in here, which is very important that we get. There we go. And then we take one of these buses. Stockholm bus platform, 5 workers eagerly awaits. What about technical services out here? We don't quite have that, do we? No, we don't. We should get that. Technical services. Yep, can't build underneath the power line there. No, there we go. Put it there. Then, and then do we do a shortcut or something? That's what to do. Do it right. The new town. Wait a minute here. Just check in on this. You have not gotten very far on this now, have you? Oh, I have not clicked it. God damn it. Yes, start construction. Please do. You don't have any steel. Is that like a big thing up here that you're out of steel? We'll fix that for you, maybe. We sent all the steel to Beatus, to Kazinshad. That might not have been necessary to send quite that much steel over there, but that's what we have. Strategical steel relocation. Yes. Harbor. That's pretty close to Stockholm. You could go. How many workers? 54. Okay. Trains. How many? 7.9 tons. Okay. Arstock. They don't have anything. Oskarshamn. They have Beatus. They don't have Molna. They're empty. They're empty. What about this? 157 tons. You might as well go and put that over there. You're not doing any good standing around here anyways. Bitumen we got. Some. If we could get a few more people in here, please. It's just simply too high a load on this. What are you doing? Allvarlige stål. Yes, you bring people to the steel mill. Obviously, we depot these. Yes, we do. That should free up even more workers for the oil refinery, maybe. Maybe we get over here. We continue on this. They should have most of the things here. They have workers. They are operating without issue at the food factory. 3 workers. Not a whole lot, but not nothing neither. Can't get meat. Pub, tavern, yada yada. There should be a truck heading to this building. Small shopping center. Waiting at stations. What are you doing here? Small shopping center. We don't have anything supplying this with meat, it would appear. Let's do this then. It's only the culture capital up there that are vegetarians. The other folk we try and supply with meat. What's this? This will do nicely. Go here. Wait till loaded. And go here. And unload. Are people moving about here? Yes, they are. People working at the hospital. Patients are being treated. How many workers live? Population 889. That's not enough. We need more. We need more. What about Hansasino? It's been a little while since we drained Hansasino of people. This house is not repopulated quite yet. But these will do. Is this way? Is this way? It's here. And we really want these, primarily these buildings that are close to food factory, cement factory, and so on. Two workers, not enough, not lots, no. Train. Yes, train up here. Where we should be able to find something in here. Yes, here it is. How did we get one? What? What did you just do? You were supposed to go here, load, and then go back there. I would have expected you to get that boxcar. And other things as well. Come on. Thank you. Right. Here. One more. One more. One more. Yes, one more. And one. So this is now second. Andra sad rälsleveransen. Second crop rail delivery. Crop. Yes, about here is where we want you to go. You could get rid of the other things here. Don't need you to do that. Go there and load up on crops. You might as well wait. Why not? And then you go over here. Here. to the little warehouse. Which is in here somewhere. Here it is. There you go. Unload. Wait. Launch. 12 workers. It's not bad. In other food-related news, let's see here. The food factory. You cannot store or export food. What the hell? Is the train stuck somewhere? Yes, it would be. What are you doing here? Ah, I see. You're waiting for this mechanical components thing. As we had it in there until it caused issues, and now it has caused issues. Somewhat severe issues at that. Do you need to go to Sarnakova? You don't have any food left anyway. No, you can go to Schweiz. There you go. Yes, this is great. Starting not to cause any problem here. No. Don't go there. Go here instead, I suppose. They have a lot of mechanical components available and everything. Might as well. So, whilst, yes, they have been transporting out mechanical components to all these various working sites. Which is great. Fire has destroyed the building. What was it? Trirov. Total material damage 5.8 million rubles. That's not good. That was doing something intricate. Yes, it was. Crap. Then again, right, that's not in. Here, mod. Wonder what else isn't in. Lots of stuff, probably. Factory. A huge chemical plant. Now, we remember how easy this was the first time around. Yes, pardon me. It's itching in the throat. It's apparently I got allergies in late summer as well now. Yeah, not enough to just have it in early summer. No, what fun would that be? Well, fun is not a factor, really. It's more about, if we could, thank you, and then remove a little bit of that and a little bit of that. And then try and... Oh, come on. Yes, come on now. Come, we had it. That's pretty much it. Okay, something else was on fire. Katzinshad Hospital. Ah, crap. This I don't want burning down, and it might not actually burn down. We don't have quite enough firefighters there. Now we have enough firefighters to not fight the fire, just to keep it. Come on. It would be very unnecessary for this to burn down right now. You know. Oh, you see the heating plant is coming along here. You're missing mechanical components though. Seriously, we should have quite a lot of those. Yes, we do. What sort of problems do you have? You cannot produce asphalt or concrete. Source of workers is empty. Not all the time though. Slightly overstaffed here in relation to everything, but it's all good. 12 workers in the secondary food factory. Yep. Yep. Now, at some point, a meat truck is going to arrive here, and you will be in the way for it. Yes, you will. Let's see. That's the last change here to the buses scheduling. Oh, that's much more like it. 143 workers. Yes, that's a lot more like it. In fact, this should be loading up. It's not. It's going into here. Could we turn this off? That gets in, goes into the train instead. Yes, but then I will forget to turn it back on. Most likely, quite likely, almost a guarantee, in fact. But there we go. 88 workers. What do you find? What sort of impact has this had on the staffing situation at the steel mill? 2 workers at the steel mill. That's not a lot. No. That is really a small amount. How are we doing here with population? Polochevo. Stockholm 7,000. Alvaret 4,300. Polochevo 4,000. Katzinchad 1,300. Good. De Saliga 1,600. Yes, if any town could be asked to spare a few citizens, it would be Stockholm. But then, no. You cannot store export food. Where the hell is that food train? Is it coming? Because, you know, I would suspect that the people here, no, they're not getting hungry yet. But they will be at some point. But you're moving at 114 kilometers an hour, and you're not very far away. Should we ride along? Why not? I think we can afford to do so. Here. Yes, frame rate is... we can look at the ground and we'll have excellent frame rate, but it's not that interesting of a view. So this is what we get. And that's an autosave as well. That means it's been 10 minutes since the last crash. Well, we can have a look at Polochevo here. From Or we can have a look at lake. Is anyone's... whatever you prefer. And the various medium voltage wires going along here. Now, this should fill up almost instantly, since we have quite a good cache of food available here at the food factory. As this train took about a year to make its lap this time, due to some unforeseen circumstances on the railroad. Right. Now the food factory is running again. Good. And there we have it. Fire was extinguished. Yep, you will be completely full here, which is great. How much crops do we have left? 1,200 tons. Okay. Here's the train that is going out to... No, that's the Schweiz grain storage. That's this one. Thought it was the other train, but it might already have gotten a bit of a ways. Growing is in progress. Growing is in progress. It seems to be doing fine. Current population 22,022 people. That's great. See, first winter took its toll. Then the second winter took a second toll. 6,971. Is that the last? Yes, that is the low mark. It is. But here we are. 94 workers. That's a whole lot more like it. Did I forget? Did I remember to turn this back on? I don't think so. Well, if it was that one I did, which one would it else be? This is filling up with fuel, so I would suppose I did remember to turn it back on, which means that this train is not getting loaded very quickly. We're turning it back off. It didn't do anything. For some reason. Because it goes over there. Yes, what we want to do is that maybe. Yes, now it is going into the train. Very good. We shall leave it like that for a bit. I mean, they have plenty. Oh, what's this? If not a hungry train. The strategical fuel transport. Yes, if we only had any strategic fuel to transport, that would be even better. Yes, I think that this is work out. The clothing industry, fabric. You are about to run out of chemicals. Food and clothing. You are working. You have hungry consumers here. 10 tons. Polochevo. They are not that well set for clothing, and neither are these. Why isn't there any electronics around? You could go. Why isn't there any electronics around? Let's have a look. We have a look here. This is the shopping center. It has 2 distribution offices, like this one, for example. Something is on fire. Flats in Polo Chevo. They'll be fine. There's the fire truck. Where do you get, or do you get electronics from anywhere? And if so, where is that? Not really, no. You get it from Molna. Molna. It doesn't make all the sense in the world to get it from over there. What about you? You don't have any source for, but here in Alvaret warehouse, I'm pretty sure we don't have any electronics. Right, then what we go and do is, as I saw, that building was on fire, but they are handling it. We go not to this one, but to this one. And you see, there are 14 tons of electronics in here. Why are you not distributing them? You are. Okay. Right. I think Molna will be the last town to be embraced, re-embraced here. No. I think that we are, yes, we are coming up on a little break. Yes, this is going to be a long one, apparently. Berating the game for hours and hours. Yep, that's what we're doing. Why are you bringing so little electronics here? They could use a whole lot more, and they need. Well, they do have quite a bit of televisions, which is why the culture enjoyment is complete. And this is burning away. That's good. So at current size of population, we have a bit of a margin on the crops. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. However, I think that we should increase production in the livestock industry here or something. It seems that we do have a lot of people employed here. What's going on? Regular things are going on. That's what's happening. Over here. Are you coming along on this, or what's happening? Here we seem to have a little bit of a problem. Right, because you want to go there, and well, you could go away. Because you see, all these trucks, they need to get in here to unload. For example, nothing in this case, or in this case, 28 tons of steel. But here, 68 tons of steel, very good. How is it going here with the second food train? 32 tons. slowly increasing. Ah, you don't have any gravel, you say. Temperature in building is too low. Really? 14 degrees. Is that really too low a temperature to be working in a cement factory? Highly doubt it. Highly, highly doubt it. But you do need gravel, and what? Right. You only have gravel whilst the train is in and unloading, and here it comes to load, which is working. Is this? We have plenty of gravel here. Very good. I mean, this place is not really doing that great. It's doing okay. I don't know what's what with this place, but they scrape by, and they can continue to scrape by. Making gravel for everyone. Whilst over here in Katzinshad they make food and cement. Yes. You all seem to be missing a bit of mechanical components at the moment. Is it the case that you've run out? No, you have not run out. Is it the case that you only have one covered truck to handle? Yes, you only have one small covered truck to handle that. I see. We could try and get you a few more, maybe, if we would happen to have any available. I mean, we have plenty available over here. There should be quite a few. Like this. That's a covered hull, is it not? Well, these are for sure covered hulls, so we'll take those and put them over here. Right about there. And you too. That went quick. All of that gravel. Yes, of course it unloads both to the cement plant and to that place, the storage thing. Construction is running without issues. Very good. Very good indeed. I think that we are going to allow ourselves a little bit of a break, and just before we do the break we do one of these, and we can also do this. Why not? What is this? 16 or 7? No, this is 17. That's what this is. There we go. Thank you. And now it is quite loud, and we should bring the volume down slightly. There we go. I shall say that and be with you very shortly again here. And we resume. Here and there and such. 15th of May apparently. And I'm going to have to excuse. This is the way it is. There we go. It just has to be done. For all the greats of the greats and so on. I had to refresh the drink a bit, you know. So here we have it. And in the meantime, a truck of meat has arrived here. I mean, if you would move out, Katzinshad, Why do we have two of these? Oh, there are two shopping centers here. Yes, I see. And you didn't wait. I don't think that you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait at the other end. Although, yes, the amount of meat available here will be limited for the foreseeable future, but every now and then. Cheers. It is the soot and the mire, and the pipes are not progressing at, what I'd call an intense rate. But they have all the things, which is good. We just need more workers, and it's not actually quite the same as when we retook Stockholm up here. When we moved in like thousands and thousands of people, especially grown for the purpose and everything. But we could, maybe. I think that we could actually take out a few more here. Yes, we could. And put them here. Put them here. Yes, put them here. And try and do a bit more careful placement this time. Such as it's full. People have left. What the hell? Those buildings were full before, and or not now. That does it for that one, there should be plenty of housing available here. Substation, you don't want to live at the substation? I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with living at the substation. Except the buzzing sound. It is a bit annoying. After all. Okay, concrete, asphalt. Right, concrete. We should be... You don't have any gravel. And you, I mean... You cannot store or export concrete. I mean, this sounds like a pretty simple solution. Is to drive a concrete mixer over there and fill it up. And you have one standing here. What's the issue? You cannot produce concrete. Why not? No workers. No workers. Indeed. No workers, and I think that we will have to remedy this actually, because people choose to work elsewhere than there. So everyone living in this building, you get to work at whatever the bus provides. Yes, all of these places are terribly overstaffed, but I can't be bothered going around and clicking around things, changing. No. We are going to need a steady stream of workers out here, though. Yes. We could even prepare this a bit. Prepare. Yes, I'm going to have to do this again. But you also go here. And so do you. Yes. I wonder if that will stick when the building is finished, or if we'll have to do it again. We shall see. Do we have a pollution monitoring? We should have one right next to this, because I suspect it's going to put out a fair amount of pollution. Yes, there. Apparently didn't get okay then. Yes, it is that type of day when it just messes with you. Or you're not playing it properly. Either of those are really valid explanations for what's going on. Indeed, here, yes, that will do lovely. You are trying to bring mechanical components. You can go back over there again, even though you're full and everything here is full. Because you're slightly in the way. There, you know. And now the source of workers here should not be quite as empty. Indeed, it is not quite as empty. And the food factory, 21 workers. Yes, great. Well, it is. We are serving the population quite well with the current food setup, I think. Yes, we are. So, food setup thing. Yes, wait. Yes, over here. You cannot store or export food. Proves my point quite well. But we could put a second train, because you're probably stuck somewhere. No, you're moving, and you're about to come back here. You could skip that stop and go straight here. Where are you anyway? Oh, that was right in the nick of time to make that selection of going here instead of over there. Well, sometimes you get the luck of the draw, I suppose. It isn't that bad of a game after all. In fact, it is one of the best games I have ever played. And it is, but it is also the worst. One of the worst. Yes. But it's, I mean, an attempt at an explanation or speculation about this is, I mean, you have the core developer, and I think there have been more developers involved previously. There must have been, maybe. The graphical design and things. I don't know. Anyway, who's really, eager about this stuff and puts a lot of stuff in and has great ideas about many things. But then there isn't, or hasn't at least been, a very big team to polish and test and so on. So that's what we've been doing here, playing the game as it evolves, and I mean, I suppose by the time it gets, if it ever gets to 1.0 released, I'll be quite done with it at that point. Right. Think so. The food train is loading up. Which is very good. Lots of stuff is happening here. Resources are being transported around, and so are workers. Do we have? You have both fire trucks and firefighters. Very good. Could meet. How are you doing here? 2 workers, but you're missing livestock. Right, didn't we have a truck on one of these? No workers, okay. 12 workers. 15 workers. We seem to have trucks waiting here quite a bit. So what we should do is we should pull up this line, the missile line, I believe. Polochevo shot industry, right? There is another line. Yes, this one. You could unload a tiny bit more here. Maybe. Yes. I'm going to have to try and clear this. Let's see if that I probably didn't do it. We're stuck with what we got, which you always are, until you do something about it, and then you realize that what you were stuck with maybe wasn't that bad after all, or you realize that what you were stuck with was terrible, and your new situation is a whole lot better than you could ever have even imagined. These are the questions. Okay. Yeah, the electronics, I mean, it is working, sort of, I think. You see, they have 300 kilograms of electronics. That's plenty of radios and televisions, I would suppose. So that's that, and large geothermal heating plant. This is a good thing, this. Although I suppose the reasoning for requiring engineers is that since it doesn't take any fuel, you need engineers to make up for that. But in reality, you know, these things are not that complicated when they're done. I mean, you pump down water or something at a certain temperature, and you get it back up at a slightly higher temperature. And you heat exchange that and do things, as I know so much about this. Maybe it takes a few of engineers, but 30 seems a bit much. But we are keeping it very well staffed here, all over the place. About that, how are we doing here with Polochevo? Will this ever get built? Yes. Yes, it will. Very good. Oh, is it finished? No, it's not finished. You're missing steel. You're missing steel. Did you use up the 450 tons of steel? Are you kidding me? 450 tons was not enough. And now we have like 2 workers in the steel mill, so, you know, we are not in the best of spots here when it comes to... We have 115 workers in the steel mill. We're doing great. We should have some steel readily available here. Yes, 106 tons. It will do great. That will do wonders, in fact. Steel for the ships. Oh, we don't have any steel over there, no. Oskarshamn, did you manage to get any, you know, that's the vehicle industry. That is a little bit important. Do we have a problem, or is it just regular traffic? I mean, this supposedly with a new signaling system. You want to go in there, that's why. And in here we have a bit of a situation. Yes, we do. Mechanical components, you say? you can go to Oskarshamn. And you should, you are the regular mechanical components train. We should add stuff to your schedule. We're going to need here, for example, somewhere when after Alvaret you can go out here, which would be to not quite that place, but pretty close here. Unload as much as that'll take. You turn around, go there now, and all things should work out pretty good, I think. Except that this, I'm going to have to help out a bit in getting out of here. Yes. Are you fully loaded on SCR? Great. I don't know what we do with you now, but I suppose we can send you there. That's good. What we need to do is manipulate the semaphores here a bit for your convenience, such as removing this one. And then putting it back. But wait a minute here. If this is not going to go well at all. What is it you want to do? You are the electrical component, electronics thing. That's why we don't have any electronics. You've been sitting here for for half a year. You go back to the factory and load up. And you are out of here. That's good. Try and remember that if we send the train in here, we need to take precautionary measures. Yes. That should have that untangled. And that should also mean your bitumen, okay. Down here. Yes. We haven't been transporting a lot of fuel. But this train, yes, this is a fuel train. It is now leaving fully loaded. Yes, mind you. Which is not bad. And I suppose it is also quite significantly needed around the nation. Gdansk we can skip. Molna we should definitely go to. Well, suppose we got this then. You 268 tons. That's all great. I think that we have a bit of lack of steel up in the capital, culture capital, and that is still preventing the electricity for the heating plant for the fire station, regrettably. And this is going to do quite a tour. Unload 39. I mean, you could really unload 100% everywhere, because that Sinchar is actually first on the list here, and over there we sort of need it. They sort of need it all over the place, don't they? You know what we can do? We'll do a little special for Katzinshad, and that is that we'll take. There should be a little train over here somewhere, right about here. This train. You see, 284 tons. To Katzinshad with you. There is nothing here. It is quite dry. So why not go here after where it is now poor times? It's about time we rename this, I think. Hopeful times or something. Then again, I am damming the game and I should have ended this a long time ago. Then again, it does something for me, I suppose. I keep coming back for some reason. Oh, they used up a trainload of crops. Or whatever was left in the warehouse and so on. That train carries 300 tons of crops and they use 56 tons, 42 tons maximum a day. Yes, we have a sad symbol out here. Oh, no. What are you doing here? This is not acceptable by any means. Why haven't you gone for a refuel? Previously. You know. I mean, it is so close that it is ridiculous, the range. Yes, what do we do with you? There is only one thing that you can do with a train like this to get it moving, except building a train diesel station close to it, but that's going to take months, and we don't quite have months to get this out of the way. We need it out of the way pronto, and then what you do is you send it to a depot, such as this one. And then you can be a bit sneaky with it. Yes, and I'm not ashamed in the slightest of cheating the game. Speaking of which, yes, we want some of the experimental stuff here. Construction office cooperating, experimental traffic pathfinding. Yes, it's about time to remember that now. Yes, but anyway, better late than never, isn't it? Now, when this gets close to, or maybe we can even do it at this point, since now it ought to be in range of a fueling station. No. Damn it. We have to do this again then. Yes. Go over here. Ask it very nicely to go to a depot, such as this one. Maybe it's not possible to cheat it like this anymore. I don't know. Or you know what it is? Yes, it is that train diesel station over there doesn't have any diesel at the moment. I wonder if we can get it in time. It comes here. It's coming right here. Yes, perfect. If we could then, let's see here. Where are you? You're there. Could see some magic in action here, maybe. Yes, it's We ask you to cancel that now, and it starts complaining. As does the colleague for some reason. I don't know if she's complaining. She's just making those sounds nowadays more and more and more and more and more. It's sounds like real, like panic, like death anxiety is what it sounds like to me. But she looks completely fine. No, you didn't unload for some reason. What? Wait a minute. Stop, whatever it is that you think that you're doing. And go back. Turn around before you clear the thing, please. No, you didn't. Right, you're going to have to do a... No, you're not going to have to do anything. We're just going to... Yes, whatever. You can come here, colleague. Come here. But no. Yes. I'll sit on the floor and be grumpy instead. Much better idea. Yes. That should help you along here, train. To actually be able to go in there. Thank you, if you would. Thank you. Yes, now you get the point. Get the idea. Over here. Yes, great. Where we have something. No, not there. Over here. Yes. Yes, you see? Very good. Now, we should just put this back in here. There we go. And that, then, should have... Yes. It fixed it. Not that one, but... a train that they were able to go around it. Nice. Okay, that will all work out nicely, I think. At some point or other. Okay, we seem to have the little bit of the issue here with you again. For some reason, it doesn't take you long to go over there. No. Now, there are no workers left on these buses. They would have done great work here. If they'd still be on the buses, but they aren't. 13th of June, I feel quite confident that we'll have this in order for winter. What we don't have any of whatsoever, come to think of it though, are technical services. Right? I don't think that we do. It's going to have to put them nowhere we could fit them. Which is not in a terrible great amount of places. But anyway. Yes, and here we want that road 2, and out here we could have one, maybe if there wasn't a power line in the way. Here we could have one. This part of town we are neglecting slightly here. Here, for example, there is infrastructure in the way. There is infrastructure in the way all over the place. Yes, this is a well-established place, you know. And we should only remember to populate all of these with snowplows too, which is certain to happen. Is it not? I believe it is. I believe it is. Yes. The more technical officers, maybe. No, that will do it for now. Are you about to be finished? No, you're missing steel. Ah, the train hasn't arrived yet. It wouldn't happen to be here. Well, it would, but it has unloaded. Okay. They required quite a bit, it would seem. Right. Thank you there very much. Another computer for doing that. I mean, we're still sort of live here. It is working. Yes, that's because another damn computer is connecting to a remote desktop session that hasn't been active for since forever. I would think maybe it could also be something else. The main effect is that the sound is gone, and that is now finished. And it doesn't have electricity. That's too bad. Where do you get your electricity from? All the way over there. Okay. And we have a power transformer. We have a power transformer and we have no sound, so we have to fill in with a bit of music, I suppose, for now. I will fix the sound shortly. I will just get this started first. A medium voltage switch about here. And another one was that. Oh, right, that's one of those pipe engine conveyor things for oil. Yes. Yes, it is possible to make this a bit more convoluted, but not by much. It overlaps. Yes, it overlaps with the pipeline. That should not really cause any great issues, should it? No, it shouldn't. There you go. And with that, I will have to restart the game and be right back. And we resume at about 1 hour 58 minutes 30 some odd seconds with the rise of metallurgy. Why not? You see, that's why we get those in early on. Didn't at the end there before pausing. Anyway, things are not progressing at a great rate here. I'm not quite sure. It might be a lack of buses. They only have 2 after all. Yes, they only have 2. And there's not that great amount of workers waiting at the bus platform either. Also, the game is paused. That hinders progress immensely. Where is Posier going? Unfinished heating pipes you're going to work on. Great. And how many workers? 5. Not so great. But if the crane here would be heading to the same place maybe, or also heading to a thing, since the game has been restarted, we need to do this too. Yes. line spacing I have rambled on it enough at other times, so I shall not ramble on again why it doesn't quite work. But suffice to say, it doesn't on longer routes, and it slows down your these things, transportation of goods and such. Resources is what they call it. Fire was extinguished in Nostalgia. Very good work. What do you suppose is going on here? Nothing special. Not really getting around to building heat pipes. Is what's going on. This was a big problem for a long time. It hindered much progress. Now, looking at this makes me remember about this place. It actually has electricity now. But you're missing fuel for some reason. How can you be missing fuel now? What's wrong with you? Why? Medium Stockholm distribution office. Do we have a fuel crisis? Let's have a look. At point of sale distribution, which will be here. It's getting quite low. I suppose it's quite empty. It's not empty at all. You should have like all the things you could ever want when it comes to fuel. Why are you not? Why are you not doing it? Your tankers are busy. Maybe. Yes, but they've had a long time to get around to getting out here. By now, building is not power supply. Oh, it isn't finished. Or what's going on here? Oh, I see. Angle of connection is too sharp. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Well, how about that then? That ought to do it. Getting electricity to this place has been... Here's the truck. Yes, getting electricity to this place has been very cumbersome. It has taken all year, but this must be the final piece to the puzzle. Because here we have electricity. Yes, we do. $384,000 and the problem goes away. But we have plenty of construction officers on the case. Stuff should be happening. Could we even indulge in building some rail maybe out here? I mean, we don't have any steel. That's a problem if you want to build steel road. Yes. A bit of a hindrance. How are we doing here? Not great, not terrible, but certainly not living up to the potential. If we wanted to do that though, how about here? Not that great neither. What? Have something happened? Has something happened? No. Population is ever increasing. In fact, If we have a look here at this bus platform. You're going to... You stop. You're going to petroleum with lots of workers. And where are you going? You're going to food and things. Yes, that's very important too. As we actually have a surplus of workers waiting here now. And here comes a bus. Petroleum, and it will suck up all of these people. It should, maybe. No, it stopped loading when the other bus got in. No, it only loads 69%. That's right. Should we have it load even more? Maybe. Well, if we want more people in the petroleum business. Yes, but it's going to take away from food and heating, which are both quite important. Speaking of food, how's the situation? Meat situation seems to be slightly overloaded. You don't have enough livestock, not enough workers in here, nor here. So that didn't help. Brewery seems to be running at optimum rate. They cannot store or export food here. That's a bit of a shame, really. And you're out of chemicals. And you are out of fabric. And that's not good. Because these people might run out of clothing. So might these, they already have actually run out of clothing here, and that's not something that we want happening. So getting chemicals is going to be very simple. A simple feat. How has it progressed here on the factory? You're missing bricks. I suppose we're not making bricks at the moment, are we? I pretty much shut down here at the brick factory. Yes, we can take care of that. There we go. Let's remember to turn that back down later if we care. Bricks is all that you're missing. That's annoying, and you haven't gotten far. So it will be a while longer before we get any chemicals out of this place. Yes. And when we get it built, we also need to get workers in there somehow. But this, look at this, a great shift is arriving. That should do it. That should do something. Yes, all of 80 workers. As you see, it was greatly needed over there. They still haven't gotten to be honest. Well, what's up with you? Are you stuck somewhere again? No, you're not stuck. They have simply used all of it again. This is okay. So special fuel transport. You go over to Beatus. That's what you do. Still need to Dad did this a bit apparently. Still, yes, it is in constant need of daddying and doing things too. This is pretty decent. Now, that got the brick factory rolling. It is rolling coal. Pretty much. Rolling coal into bricks. And here's a brick truck. Standing in wait. Steel mill is running too. It's good. It's all good. Chemical components are running too. Population. No adult children. That might be a while longer. But we're doing all right. Although, let's not get lulled into a false sense of security here, because unless we get some chemicals into this place, yes, then we're going to have a bad time. And the chemical plant will take a little while longer. So that's why we're using a good old-fashioned truck here. These are a bit large, but will do. We could actually use this border. It is a little bit closer. Oh no, wait a minute. Where are you taking these again? You're taking them here. Let's see. And this, we have more infrastructure this way, I think. I would hope. So you go here, you load up on the chemicals, and then you go to the food. Why do I keep saying that? Fabric factory. There you go. Unload. Wait until unloaded. Start your long journey. And what the hell, we continue. More music. You know, when setting out here, I was about to be done. But now things are looking up. Aren't they? No, this is empty. It is July. How is this place doing here? It is far from empty. 3,300 tons, so we're pretty secure on the crops front. I would say, and fields are about to be ready to harvest. Very nice. And then we should get the trucks rolling in eventually. Molna, we're not dealing with Molna right now. No, we're not. We need more people before dealing with Molna. You can't enjoy culture. You have a television. What's the problem? It's the one that don't have televisions that can't enjoy culture. Why don't you get a television? They're free and available. So go get yourself television and get cultural. We haven't managed to build any fire engines, have we? No, we still don't have any steel. Actually, we do have steel now. What happened to the fire engine? Yes, I want more than one. Please. Yes. And I suppose everything is alright here, except for the slight buildup of waste. Yes. How many years are left, you think, nuclear fuel? We have 86 tons. It's difficult to judge just how much we use in a year here now. But there's plenty of years to go. We will have time to restart the uranium industry and nuclear fuel manufacturing well before then. But to do that, we're going to need a lot of chemicals. Right, this thing. Yes, this is a newly built fire station. It still has a heating tank. Fire stations still need heat. Damn it. This train still is broken for all eternity. We can't do anything with this. No. I was, however, able to put wagons on it, but now it is broken. My old faithful Berra, who has been the shunter here of everything that has been produced for all time since he was built. And now he's stuck. So, back at Katzinshad. Meanwhile, at Katzinshad. Here. Things are happening slowly. They are missing steel again. Seriously, how much steel do you need? Quite a lot, it would seem. How much steel do we have? Not nearly enough, I would think. Um, 66 tons. Hardly even worth making the trip. You're not doing anything. 34 tons, yes. Lovely. Great. And so on. Yes, if we could get a couple of hundreds of workers into the steel mill, that would be great. I suppose it's time to reinstate the old commuter line here. No one is interested in. No one lives here quite yet. Something is on fire. A conveyor road crossing. Oh, we really don't want this burning down. And we should not need to have it burned down. Oh, very good. That's very annoying if something like that can, it's destroyed. Other than that, though, yes, we just need to get working on this stuff. We need a lot more steel. God damn it. Hundreds and hundreds of workers into the steel mill. How do we do that now? Previously, we shifted workers towards here, which was a good move, because we certainly need fuel. We still do. We are not in a position to take workers away from fuel. How about here, Poluchevo? What's your capacity? Do you... Okay, you're fetching people to do that sort of thing. And I mean, there are some... Isn't there a line that does this for passengers? Steel something, Pologios. No. Stålverket, Pologeo bus station, medium version 2. Okay. If this did... well... yes, it did stop here too. Let's put more buses on this. That sounds like a good thing to do. And then you go here, which you already do. And then you go to this side of the steel mill and then do this. Hello. Screw that. And there you go. Get in, and get out. You're still taking that route though. There's not much we can do about that. And get this onto a few more buses. Like 2. Pardon the noises here. It is temporary, I assure you. It's there we go. Now it should have ceased, and we can replace it with not noise but music. Now that's not going to add hundreds of workers to the steel mill, but it's going to add something. Unable to get electronics, you say? Not good. Did we get that chemical thing? Yes, we did. It should be heading here right about very soon. I would think I'd be heading to this building. That's something else. That's something else, or it will dry dock, right? This is the one. It's heading for the border. Have we gotten any electricity in the bitumen power plant yet so that we can run it, you think? And so that we can maybe see some smoke? No. It's still a bit missing here. This is missing. I just need a few workers. And I don't know, maybe we should dedicate another house to work at the bus platform. Something that is a bit far away. Yes. And the construction office could certainly do with a few more buses. Do we happen to have any laying about here? No, because there are never any road vehicle depots where you need them, which is everywhere. So we're getting a few road vehicle depots here eventually. You wouldn't be heading to the no. the electrical components train there doing the ever so great work. Right now there is like no pollution here. Okay. You don't have any gravel. Okay. Where's the gravel train then? Ah, it's right there. This is a bit of an oversight. This in the logistics that we cannot get gravel from here into here, so we can only get it from an unloading train. But it's not a problem when we're not constructing things. But when we are constructing things and using gravel, then it's gets to be a little bit of a bottleneck for the production here. But it's no biggie. Food factory is operating. When you get full, which you will do pretty soon, you will go to Sernakova and then you will go back here and then you will go to Stockholm warehouse. Interesting. Very good. In fact. Because this place here, it has food, I think it is being supplied from here. They get to eat their own. Mud roads, don't do mud roads at all. And gravel roads, less. One-way roads, doesn't really matter. Right, should we see if we could get some snowplows out here? In preparation for the winter time. Snowplows should be over here. Right about here. It's nice the flyovers that it does now, but the previous behavior of instantly teleporting you to the destination had its charm to it too, as I'm always nostalgic about crude features of the game. No steel, still no steel, god damn it, we are going to need a whole lot more steel up here. Do we have any steel laying about somewhere? I don't suppose we do. The railway production line has a lot of it. Beatus multi-rail open storage actually has quite a bit. And what's this? Stockholm, they have 150 tons there. And Alvar. Right. Steel transport, you have managed to gather 84 tons. We should get that over here now, please. Yes, we have to continue doing this. It's just the way it is. But it's not going to be enough, I don't think. You see, this needs 45 tons of steel to finish this bit. Additional, that is. This has everything except the workers' mechanism. Well, if it comes to it, since we have provided all the resources here, we could hire a bit of foreign manpower to do the actual work if we're too busy ourselves to put it all together. It's pretty cheap now that we have provided all the steel. But come on, you still haven't. Could you prioritize this maybe a bit or something? Or do you have a problem? That is your source is without steel. Yes, of course it is. That's why I sent the train over here. It will be coming shortly. No, it did not carry over to the finished building here. Pardon me. It's getting very late. It's and that's empty as well, and I don't think there's anything more for it really for this evening. We have accomplished quite a lot. I mean, I have a good feeling for Katinshad if we could just get enough steel, which we can't. Maybe. I know it's difficult to judge just how much you still need, because here you see we need 57 tons for this pipe, and more maybe. Which we don't have at the moment, and we're not making it quickly enough. So this is more like it. This is twice the amount that we had. This is a lot more like it. This is a lot more like it. The crops wouldn't, the harvest wouldn't have started to come in. It should be starting to come in. Yes, it is. Lovely. They're all doing their little bit here in adding to this. And we might even get an onslaught of trucks eventually. Or is it an onslaught? Whatever, or however it is pronounced, that is what we might get. So this second from the right station is quite busy. The other one's not so much though. I see a train stopped on the bridge here. This should not be allowed to happen. This signal should not be in here. Really, you could go back here. This signal was fit for construction purposes and is not at all fit for regular traffic. Although I might have removed it slightly too soon. What we should do though is here, there, and there. That should do it. Train diesel station in Varstock. Oh, this is a critical bit of infrastructure. I sincerely hope that we do have firefighters available. Fire truck was called. They have a little ways of a way to go. But here they come. And since they're coming from inside in town there, I'm pretty confident that they are well staffed to handle this situation. Yep, they pretty much got it. Very good. Have you managed to get electricity out here yet? Yes, you have. Finally. Great. Lovely. Yes, they will not freeze to death next winter out here. And they have fire engines. Very good. Other than that though, I don't know quite what's going on out here. Not a whole lot. We are keeping this... oh, that was not a lot of people in there, no. And no workers in here, which is also not good. Where are you choosing to work then? Yes. There we go. You should only be going to the fire station and the heating plant, please. Yes. No. You're going to the rotunda, are you not? You're going to all sorts of places here. You see, this is not a good use of workforce. No, the fire station and the heating plant is where we want you. And this we could maybe continue construction of, since steel is so abundant and everything. No, but we actually have a bit of a crisis with the steel. Yes, we do. The steel transporter is out doing its thing. Meanwhile, 70 workers are toiling away here, but it's not enough. Ah, you're heading back. That's good. You'll be here any day now, I would suppose. Yes, you will. We only have... Oh, we can even see it over there in the distance. Where we're going. So I think that this steel train will have to wrap it up for this evening. It is... yes, it is working hard to get to... We are working hard to get all the steel needed for the piping for Katzinstad. Without it, they will not fare well in winter. Not at all. Thank you so very much for watching, friends. Good night. and not good night. No, we continue for a little bit. Actually, I wanted to see. I realized I hadn't eaten anyway, so I needed to fix myself some food. And whilst doing that, I let this do its thing. And it is now the 20th of October. It is 3 degrees outside. And what is the temperature in these here buildings? It is not too bad. I think we made it. This thing is belching out smoke. Yes, very good. Very, very good. I think we actually made it pretty well. It would seem to me. Huh. Well, was that it? We made it. Yes, we did make it. This bit of piping is not finished, but it seems to be working in either case. 8 workers. That's not a lot. But yeah, it might be a good idea to put a second bus on this one. It's just been, and there are 8 workers here. Not optimum of situations, maybe. Here, for some reason, it is very cold. Doesn't this also work as a, heat exchanger? I suppose it doesn't. No, right, it's the thing with the thing. Yes, where I'm stuck. With a stupid bug, or what shall we call it? Yes, the rewards of being a beta tester. As a hobby. Yes, I think I'm right in my right to berate the game a bit. Yes, I don't know how many hours I wasted, with save games that wouldn't load because of some stupid bug or something. Oh, then again, I am not easy on the game engine. I do. No. I'm not. I abuse it quite a bit. Look at this. We have adult children. I wonder where. Because, population, we could always use a bit more. Let's see here now in autumn, how much? 5,200 tons. Very good. Where could it be? It could be in Alvaret. Maybe not. It is in Alvaret, okay. We take this building. And we move over here. And insert these people into one of these. This one. So this ought to fill up rather quickly with Jung ready. Willing and able, one would hope. People ready for the new frontier here, or the new old frontier here, out here in Katzincha. There's about a month left until the first snow will fall. But the mercury is getting down there, and well, we're doing fine. This actually could be the best town as it pertains to heating. Because these, the stock ones here, they don't quite cut it. 240 gigajoules to 210 gigajoules of heat. And that bitumen thing, this did 600 tons. 600 gigajoules, that's a lot more. It is, and out here, is it working? No, the temperature in the building is too low. But you're still without the power supply, really? Are you kidding me? You're not kidding me. What seems to be the matter here? Right. You have electricity here? No. Why not? Something burned down, maybe. A road cargo station has burned down. We have high voltage. What? What's going on here? Seriously, this it does a bit of a turn here into this switch, which is connected to this switch, which is unpowered, you say. That will be this line. Right. Yes, come on, down here. And right, here is where it hurts the eyes a bit, but it is this one. And this would be a problem. Right here. This is not going to work now, is it? Crossing is not allowed. What? Oh, the other one is already... No, it's not. Or is it? You know what, I can't even tell. No, it's not hooked up. Yes. Would that please finally have gotten power? But you know what? The electricity has been working. Because, yes, they've gotten fuel in. That bit of wire just disappeared. It did. I have no other explanation for this behavior. And you are still too low. Why? Why are you so cold? You should be getting warm. Oh, now it's without power supply again. What's going on? This is painful. What is going on here? Come on, you fucking piece of shit game. Yes, I'm still swearing. Why the fuck? Why the hell isn't this working? What? Has it disappeared again? Is the entire nation without electricity, or what's what? No. High voltage is fine. High voltage is fine. Here, building is without power supply. Now this, I think that we're seeing it happening right before our very eyes. What the hell is going on here? Yes, admittedly, there are like... Right, that only ends there. This has to be fed from somewhere. The hell is going on here? You wouldn't happen to have a power transformer hanging around anywhere around here? I think that would be helpful, to say the least. It could simply be overloaded. Oh, a fire destroyed a building, a row house in Seof. Did anyone die? No. Right, power transformer. This is a project for a different day. And so this is you know what? I'm pretty sure I did have a power transformer right about here. Yes. They did not disappear. No, a power transformer has burned down in my absence. These things happen. High voltage power transformer. Yes, you're quite large. Oh, power transformer. Yes. Road. Get too sharp a turn. Cancel road. Cancel road. You can drive on the ground here. And this is a great game. Yes. If it could only get some polish, you know, it would be a... This could be a real hit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, it might be just a bit too... Whatever it is, but this is... I'm sick of this not having electricity for that goddamn place. Do you have electricity now? No, you don't. The reason would be that you haven't built a high voltage line connecting these. What the hell? What's it? That looks quite odd. What are they? They look like they're made out of solid concrete. They aren't, but it looks like they are. Now, yes, finally. We get heat for the firefighters here. Yes. For the firefighters here. I mean. Yes, right about here. Ah, nice. Warm. That will wrap it up, friends. Thank you so very much for watching again. Good night.